Newton Leroy Newt Gingrich, pronounced Gingrich, is a well-known American politician and paragon of family values. Well, when he's not on the lookout for the next former Mrs. Gingrich. He is the star of a new movie called The Gingrich That Stole Freedom. Not really, but you get the picture. He is infamous for leading the charge to impeach Bill Clinton for lying under oath about adulterous activities, while concurrently having an affair with a Chevrolet young Capitol Hill staffer, Callista Bysk. His contempt for late 20th century sexual mores leaves him with political baggage that is not easily overcome by his post-speakership conversion to Roman Catholicism. Newt Gingrich rose to the position of Speaker of the House after successfully building a movement which groomed up-and-coming Republican politicians, preparing them to run for the House of Representatives. In the 1994 midterm election, he and his ragtag army managed to win a majority of the seats, running on his 10-point contract on with America. However, his skills as a combative backbencher did not translate to the ability to ride herd on the GOP House members, and he was eventually ousted by his own party. He started working for Fox News and is a heavy promoter of the Tea Party, the ideological successors to his reign of demagoguery as Speaker, a group in which he fits very well. He has talked before about shredding the Constitution. In May 2011, Gingrich officially announced his candidacy for the 2012 Republican nomination for president. He was off to a rocky start, first daring to criticize new GOP darling Paul Ryan's deficit reduction plan and catching massive flack from his party colleagues as a result. Next came the revelation that he had run up a tab of $500,000 at luxury jeweler Tiffany's, which he didn't think he'd need to disclose. Newt proceeded to take a 2-week vacation to the Mediterranean while the other contenders were busy barnstorming and fundraising. Upon his return, he had to learn that most of his senior campaign staffers were fed up with his half-assed approach and decided to desert the sinking ship. More recently, however, Gingrich briefly became the frontrunner for his party's nomination, due to the faltering campaigns of Herman Cain and Rick Perry before him. This lead was short-lived. Gingrich lost the spot to Ron Paul, who even more quickly lost it to Rick Santorum. During his surge, frontrunner Mitt Romney, or, officially, a PAC supporting Mitt Romney, unleashed a near-devastating barrage of ads in Iowa targeting him. This was most likely the cause for Newt's poor showing in the hawky state. Since then, Gingrich's main objective seems to be a quest of vengeance to utterly destroy Mitt Romney, pointing out how unfair Romney's been to him. He won a decisive victory over Romney in the South Carolina presidential primaries. Why anyone with the forenames Newton Leroy would willingly acknowledge an apparent relation to a cold-blooded semi-aquatic animal is a question that only he can answer. That Newt is a living fossil and closer than any other animal to the transitional form between fishes and land vertebrates, that Newt was either created on the 4th day with the creatures that move in the water or on the 6th day with the land animals. God couldn't make up his mind when to do it. Stephen Colbert has pointed out that Newt Gingrich has broken the law, came close to breaking the law, but took advantage of a loophole so he could do what the law tries to prevent without also doing jail time. That Newt is really a slippery animal. Anyway, Newt told a supporter who is spending more money than Newt is allowed to scrub ads attacking Mitt Romney for possible inaccuracies. Try and stick within the type of campaigning that the law wants. Newt's new favorite catchphrase is "secular socialist machine," which comes from the subtitle of his book To Save America, Stopping Obama's Secular Socialist Machine. According to Newt, Barack Obama is the most radical president in U.S. history and is using Saul Alinsky tactics and Chicago politics to refashion the U.S. into a dreaded, high-tax, low-growth European state. Apparently, the secular socialist machine represents as great a threat to America as Nazi Germany or the Soviet Union did. Gingrich is an orphan. He suffered the incredible tragedy of losing his stepfather when he was only 53 and his mother when he was 60. It is amazing that he was able to overcome the difficulties of not being able to collect Social Security before having his parents ripped away from him. The fates are indeed cruel. Contrary to rumor, Newt did not divorce his first wife on her deathbed. In actuality, He tried to get her sign off her right to alimony and child support while she was semi-conscious in the hospital, recovering from tumor surgery. Shortly after his second wife was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, he announced his intention to divorce her, and later had his first two marriages declared invalid by Catholic authorities, so that he could marry his mistress of 6 years in a Catholic church. Newt definitely did not want an open marriage. We have to believe that because he says so. His current wife, Callista, winner of the reality show America's Next former Mrs. Gingrich, sings in the choir at Washington, D.C.'s Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. Fox News shrink Keith Abloh claims Newt's infidelity and open marriage policy could make him a superior president. Rush Limbaugh said something similar, which is unsurprising given his own philandering. Other pundits have chimed in, with a fairly consistent and blatant misunderstanding of what an open marriage actually is.